In this video, I'm going to review the power rule for rational exponents. So we have two problems that we're going to do, and we have 16y to the 3 over 4. Okay, so we simplify, and we're going to assume all variables are positive. So we have two that we're going to work on. So we need to kind of remember these applicable exponent rules to help simplify. Okay, so we're going to use probably a combination of these when we do these problems. So we have, when we have the same base and they're to the power of different exponents, so these two are multiplied together, that means we just add the exponents. When we have a base and it's divided with different exponents, we subtract the exponents. If we have a variable and a negative exponent, that means it just becomes part of the denominator and the exponent becomes positive. When we have a situation like this, where we have two variables with an exponent outside of brackets, that means we multiply each variable by the exponent. And then when we have something like this, when we have a base, a variable, to a power, and then a bracket to another power, that means we multiply these two exponents together. Then when we have this, where we have the exponent of two variables, t over s, then we take the root of s and we take the power of t to this variable. Or another way of doing it is, first you could take the root, the s root, and then you could take the power of t after. Okay, so it'll be clear when we go through all of these together. Okay, so for this one, we could see that we have to apply this rule where we multiply the exponent to each of the number and the variable. Okay, so it becomes 16 to the 3/4 y to the 3/4. So now we have this situation that we can use, right? So 16 to the 3/4 is the fourth root of 16, and then we cube it. And then y to the 3/4 just stays the way it is. So 16 is the same as 2 to the 4, right? So we know that the root, the fourth root, and the quadrupling of the two are going to cancel. These are going to cancel out. So we're left with 2 to the 3, and then y to the 3/4. So 2 to the 3 is 8, and then our final expression is 8 times y to the 3/4. Now let's work on this side. Okay, so for this one, we have this situation. We have something in the brackets and it's taken to the power of something else, right? So what we have to do is we apply this -4 exponent to both of these variables. So this becomes x to the -4, and then y becomes -4 over 2 because we multiply -4 times 1/2. So it becomes -4 over 2. So when we simplify -4 over 2, it becomes just -2. So that's our final expression. So finally, because these are negative, it just means that they go into the denominator. So we use this identity. So it becomes 1 over x to the 4, y to the 2, and that's our final answer. And that's it. That's all there is to that problem. And don't worry if you don't understand that right away. You could just rewatch the video. As well, you could take a look at the description. In there, you'll find a link to my ebook that you could download. In the ebook, you can find a link to this very video, and you can follow along in the ebook as you watch the video. As well, in the description, you'll find links to other videos of mine that I've done that are similar. You could check those out if you need extra help. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for listening.